Okay, welcome back to another build video. This is going to be for a Templar. This is going to be a 4 medium, 3 heavy build. So let's get right into it. Still rocking the Nord. Pretty sure I'm going to stay Nord for all my characters. I've been able to do exactly what I need to do as Nord, so it's kind of one of those things as, you know, why fix something that's not broken? So probably going to still rock Nord. Nord, Steed, and or Zorga's food. Okay, no werewolf, no vampire, just clean old regular self. Okay, sets. I've been trying Spriggans. Spriggans has been awesome. I'm gonna transition over to Spriggans probably for all my builds. We've been doing a Nirnhone Greatsword. That's been feeling really good too. It's kind of one of those things. Why change something that's not broken? So I think I'm going to stick with Nirnhone Greatsword Spriggans. So that's it on the front bar. We're going 5 end pin. Okay, 2 reinforced. That's the next set. Shackle breaker. Reinforced legs, reinforced chest. And then shoulder piece. So 4 medium, 3 heavy. And then it's 2 infused weapon damage jewelry pieces. Back bar, we've got endurance. So infused weapon damage, back bar endurance. Right now it's decisive, and that's just because I don't have enough transmutes, but when I can, I'm going to change this to infused so we can get the most weapon damage out of it. And then well fitted. I actually like well fitted. I'm going to keep well fitted there. And then to finish it off, it's 1 piece Baylorg. So tri-stat on the big pieces and stam on these small pieces. Okay, the reason why I want to go infused weapon damage is because on the back bar, we rock Pierce Armor. So we're always going to get that to proc with Pierce Armor. Pierce Armor, we're going to go with Pierce Armor because we get minor protection from Temporal Guard. And then we get minor protection from the front bar whenever we go in with jabs. Spear Wall, minor protection whenever you use one of these abilities. When activating one of these abilities, so basically your jabs. Okay, so we get minor protection on both bars. That's why we're going to go with Pierce Armor, Major and Minor Breach. Vigor, Race Against Time, Restoring Focus, and Extended Ritual. So the reason why I'm going this instead of Elude and Bow is because I've really adopted the 4 medium, 3 heavy. I'm sure everybody's going to have their input and what they like. Me personally, I like 4 medium, 3 heavy. So we're going to have to drop Elude, which is okay. We're just going to transition into Sword and Board with Race Against Time instead. Okay, so going to the front bar, we've got Biting Jabs, Rally, Binding Javelin. So I was like a noob using Wrecking Blow today, Dizzying Swing, sorry, for the off balance, thinking that off balance makes the enemy take more damage. Well, without the Exploiter passive, that's actually not true. It just stuns them. So off balance really isn't a huge thing anymore. Yeah. So we're going Biting Javelin. And then Camo Hunter. So Camo Hunter gives you a few things. I know you get Major Savagery from one of the passives, but you also get Minor Berserk. And then you also get a passive 3% weapon damage just for having a Fighter's Guild ability on your bar. And it's pretty easy to get the Minor Berserk whenever you can stun them kind of on demand with Javelin. Pretty easy to get behind them and start jabbing them. Okay, so then Execute and Dawnbreaker of Smiting. Alright, and so here's probably the important part, the champion points. Alright, champion points. So I fiddled with it today, and I feel really confident about my Templar and the way that the champion points are set up. So here we go. Let me just go ahead and start off with the passives. I've got Biting Aura. This increases your damage done with area of effect by 10%. So it kind of makes sense. Let me go into Biting Jabs, right? Biting Jabs kind of makes sense that Biting Aura would buff up Biting Jabs. So I went with this, and it did. the jabs do really nice damage whenever I put this on. So I went with this over finesse. I thought finesse was the solid go-to, but maybe not so much for every class. I still think it's probably the go-to for my Nightblade, but for the Templar, yeah, here we are, Biting Aura. Okay, Untamed Aggression, just a free 150 weapon damage. Resilience. I was getting hit pretty hard, and I noticed a difference. It's weird to think that only 660 crit resistance made that much of a difference for me out here today, but it did. So I might want to think about putting this on my other tunes as well. Yeah, like I said, it's just weird that 660 doesn't seem like a lot, but it did. It did a lot for me today. So this is going to stay as well. Duelist rebuff, and this just reduces the damage taken by single target attacks by 2%. So resilience, and this one is going to be tough because on other classes that I can't purge, if I take away the reduced dot damage, dots are going to really hurt those classes. So I don't know. Every class might be different as far as the CP setup. Resilience is nice for Templar though, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe not for every class. Okay, but for Templar, yes. All right, anyways, moving on. Those are my passives. Moving on. After you get those passives, then you want to fill out the purple tree. The 2 purple points. Okay, because you don't have to slot them, and you get some really nice bonuses just for having points into them. So you get 1400 offensive penetration, boom. You want to try to max this out too, battle mastery. This is martial status. I don't know exactly how this works, but I do know that martial abilities are like poison, physical, bleeds, those kinds of things, and it buffs up that damage. Yeah, physical, poison, disease, and bleed. And then mighty. So if you can fill out the purple trees, you really want to. Same thing with this one. As much healing taken as you can get, as much reduced martial damage and magical damage as you can get. This one doesn't matter. It's non-player damage, so it's like PvE stuff. And then depending on what class, like I was saying, you might want to think about resilience. If I could put more points into the ones that get you to where you need for the passives, I would. Eventually I will when I get more CP. I just don't right now. So when you can, try to do that. Okay, and then the Biting Aura is this one up top, the kind of outlier, the outlier looking one way up here. All right, so there it is for the blue tree. Let's go over to the red. Okay, same concept for the red. You want to get your passives, and then you want to fill out the ones that you don't have to slot. So let's just start with the passives. So passives, I've got Juggernaut. I think Juggernaut is really good. 10% damage reduction anytime you basically break free. Okay, it says while under the effects of crowd control. So this is for like 6 seconds every time you break free. 10% damage reduction. I think it's important. It's really good. Survival Instincts, while with the status effect, afflicted with the status effect, you've got 25% cost reduction on all your skills. Combat skills. So I'm not sure what combat skills means. I don't know if that means roll dodge too. But either way, you pretty much always have a status effect on you whenever you're fighting. Even when you're purging, you have it on you. So this could mean purges cost 25% less. I think this is a really good one for a solo player. Okay, because you're going to have status effects on you at all times, pretty much. I mean, this is Ellie Drain. This is Off Balance. This is Snare. This is Puncture. All those things, okay? So I think it's really good for a solo player. Rejuvenation, that's just a free health, magicka, and stamina recovery. Easy choice there too. And then Strategic Reserve, free health recovery based on your ultimate. Also just an easy no-brainer there. Stacks with Endurance, stacks with Orzorgas, stacks with all the other health recovery that we got going on. So For a solo player, easy choice. And then after you get your passives, you want to come down here and try to max out as much of these as you can, the ones that you don't have to slot. So we're talking like reduced break free, reduced roll dodge. You don't really have to worry about reduced duration of status effect. I mean, if you've got the points, I think the other ones are more important. Max health, hasty, increased movement speed or sprint speed, excuse me, and sprinter, reduced cost to sprint. So I think those are more important. Also blocking, reduced block. Trying to max those out first, and then we'll finish out this one too. And then I guess we can cover the green tree, even though it's not huge. It's not really that important. There's a couple of them that are nice for PvP though, okay? So reduced fall damage is nice. I maxed that out. And then I get this liquid efficiency passive. Gives you a 10% chance to not consume your potion. You're always chugging potions in PvP, so that's nice. I make sure to slot that one. And then the war mount is kind of nice too. Just not running out of stam if you're not in combat. So that's another nice one too. I slot. The other ones are whatever. I just kind of, yeah, just really whatever. Those are really the important ones. Okay, so whatever else you guys want to put it in. None of the rest of them really give you any type of benefit in PvP, really. So yeah, there we go. There is the Stamina Templar build. Feel really confident with it. It's been a really good day. A lot of kills. Check out the stream live in action. Maybe I should start getting a schedule for what classes I'm going to play on which days, but tune in for the next build. Until then, see you then. Okay, cool. So that's going to be on YouTube later. Doosh. Surprised no Steed's Blessing in Green Tree because Steed Mundus? What's the Steed do? It does something different, right? Oh, out of combat movement speed. Oh, you taught me something. Well, okay, that's not huge, but yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good call, dude. That's good call, my dude. Out of combat. Okay. Thanks, man. And